Hey everyone! Welcome back to your My Ninja Academy. Today we're going to go through Boruto summoning a new Supreme Beast. If you would like to see more about Naruto on our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our Ninja Academy. With the absurd sequence of events in Boruto the manga, it's only natural that some of these things don't always please us, or are beyond what we imagined for the work, in a good or bad way. The loss of characters that could become very promising for the future of the shinobi world, but their departure ends up triggering a burden for a group of characters and their development within the anime. I am referring to, yes, one of the most recent episodes of the anime, where Kagura, a character who seemed to have a future, ended up passing away and surprising everyone. Besides those of the new generation, we also have those of the old generation that end up generating even more painful goodbyes due to our ties with them. In Boruto, we have the loss of our Kage, Onoki, who passed away a while ago in the anime to the surprise of many. But besides him, another even more painful loss that broke many fans from crying so much was the departure and sacrifice of our dear Kurama. Gave his all to save the life not only of his brother and partner Naruto, but of his family as well. Coupled with these factors, great losses of strength and power occurred as well. Sasuke's Rinnegan was grounded along with the Nanadame's superhuman side, resulting in 2 more people being nerfed within the new generation in order to, naturally, give even more prominence to the new protagonists. However, this does not put aside that the shinobis are still powerful in their own right, especially Team 7, with all their varied techniques and combat experiences over time. Naruto and Sasuke in particular will always be actively participating in Boruto. This we can be sure of. Whether the departure of one of them or both will come soon in the work, no one knows. Until then, we can always count on the high intelligence and combat strength of these two. Naruto in particular is someone who, even without being a Jinchuuriki, still has absurd abilities as a ninja. Anyone can easily see that. And, of course, these shinobi can always hold cards up their sleeve for emergency situations, right? In today's video, we'll comment on one of the possible cards up Naruto's sleeve, if the writers are interested in exploring this side of the character, in a way that could still place the Uzumaki at very high levels of power and allow him to face the new and future villains that will appear in the work. Naruto has always been an exceptional shinobi, despite his difficulties in controlling his own chakra and dealing with ninjutsu in general. Little by little, with the correct training administered by Jiraiya, the character was able to reach absurd heights of power. It's interesting to think that if it weren't for this, he would be wearing out his chakra incorrectly and would continue to be unable to grow stronger due to a lack of control. However, thanks not only to Jiraiya, but to everyone with whom Naruto lived, trained, and spent his entire life, he was able to become the strongest ninja of his generation, being responsible for the victory in more than half of the combat within the 4th Great Ninja War, and becoming one of the great heroes of Konoha and the world. His merits go far beyond physical abilities coming from family and hard training. They extend to his determination to support and help his friends, something that influenced and helped many people in the Naruto universe to deal with their own problems and improve as a person. Well, Naruto in general was always like that, with his scripted conveniences or not. It managed to mark and thrill us like few works did or do today. True classic. Given this, many people still theorize that the Hokage may demonstrate abilities that have not yet been explored in Boruto, or even been mentioned possible in the universe, which may be true. After all, the Borin mode was never really even considered and suddenly arrived to cause a huge commotion, even though this required the sacrifice of Kyuubi in the process and consequently the loss of Naruto's stronger side. While this does not make him weak, in fact, we can no longer claim that he's superhuman as before. That being said, could it be possible that Boruto's work will attempt to bring back some of the Uzumaki's abilities that were underused during the saga? Of course, they alone may not do much damage against the villains we currently know in the work, capable of sucking chakra, traveling between dimensions, blowing up huge terrains, and creating universal rules that prevent attacks. But with an amalgamation of abilities, the eventual time skip, probably with a heart-killing cliffhanger, we are sure to have some new things be put in place. One of them, for sure, will be the return of the summoning jutsu. We've already seen in the anime that both Boruto and Mitsuki, as well as Sadara, are likely to inherit the legacy of the Sanins, and perhaps in a different form. Now that Boruto seems inclined to summon snakes, quite a Sasuke vibe, perceptibly. not least because according to the character designs a few years from now indicates that Mitsuki and Sarada might turn to that field too, depending on how the scriptwriters seek to make them stronger. That said, we can imagine the return of old creatures from the Naruto universe as possible. For example, the Bijuus themselves. Not that some of them haven't already officially appeared in the work. Kurama was present all along, either through Naruto's transformations or officially appearing in small scenes. During the Momoshiki arc, Koyuki and Killer B, his Jinchuuriki, return when the Otsutsuki clan appears to collect Kaguya's dispersed chakra, leading them to attack B, and was able to easily suck up his chakra and return it with a huge explosion, in which he needed to escape by cloning an octopus leg. After the clone was captured by the clan members, he tricked them into thinking it was the real B, leading to his chakra being extracted and consumed in pill form before they continued their quest. Afterwards, B returned to Kumagakure as normal. The others, however, decided to remain free in the world, returning to their place of origin. That is, the place Hagoromo had chosen for them to live. However, at the entrance to the tuning exam arc, Shukaku is shown contacting Gaara, his former Jinchuuriki. In fact, it was even a surprise, because even though they are no longer Jinchuuriki, they still have a relationship that allows them to initiate long-distance mental contact. Much like what happened with Naruto and Kurama. It's interesting to think that perhaps, just as Gaara was able to receive a message from Shukaku through the mind world without being a Jinchuuriki, it's possible that Naruto, having been a Jinchuuriki of all people for a short period of time, might also be able to do so. Given this, we can also assume that at some point when the threat of the world of shinobis finally proves to be a concern for the entire world, Naruto will find himself in need of bringing all the ninja back together for another huge new war. In this way, he will enlist the help of not only all the Kages, but also the Bijuus, issuing a distress message so that they can help him save the world. This way, Naruto can make a summoning agreement with the Bijuus in case of extreme danger. But how would that work? Well, we have seen previously in the work of Naruto that it's possible to invoke Bijuus. During the attack of Konoha on the day of Naruto's birth, Obito forcibly extracted the nine-tailed fox and used his Sharingan to control it. Thus, he was able to go to the center of the village and use the summoning jutsu on it. Although, shortly afterwards, Kyuubi began the destruction on its own, as Minato was able to take control of Obito during his fight with the masked one. With that in mind, we can easily imagine that, yes, Naruto might be able to summon the beasts should the need arise. Perhaps, first, he would need to find them himself to make the jutsu work, since, first, he is no longer a Jinchuuriki, and also only has a small tiny portion of the other's chakra within himself, too small to be able to use with jutsu that require high control and quantity. Even more so to summon not one, but 7 Bijuus. 7 because, right, B is still with Gyuki. Of course, we don't know if that would be possible or even effective, since Bijuus are made purely of chakra alone. And as we've seen, the Otsutsuki clan handles any ninjutsu very easily. Sucking chakra is a small thing for them. So, to get around this, one would need an even greater power or abilities that are not possible to suck. That's when, probably, powers like Boruto's Karma and Jogain will become key to dealing with such opponents. Of course, in addition, other new characters must appear before and after Boruto's time skip, since this also occurred during Naruto Shippuden. We don't really know what is to come in the works, nor what plot twists the scriptwriters have in store for us. So until we find out, we can only dive into the sea of theories and possibilities available to be explored and developed. But what about you? Do you think Naruto can demonstrate any more techniques that will become a future card up his sleeve? Would he be able to do the invocation of the Bijuus? Or is this far beyond his current limits? Leave in the comments your opinion about it. Well, that's it. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any suggestions for videos, please don't forget to comment here below, because I'll be reading all of them as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoy the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your favorite